You've read the title, you know what you're in for, and what's funny is Jamie doesn't.
I didn't read the call sheet.
You were too busy putting that shirt on. Go on, Jamie. You lift it. I'll react to it. Oh, there we go. That is...
What on earth?
Some sort of grating device.
For your feet.
Today we've got our chef Ben and normal home cook Jamie reviewing potentially pretentious home kitchen gadgets.
That makes sense.
So first reaction, what do you think it is?
It's an artist's installation that belongs somewhere in an Italian gallery.
I have an issue with it. It's right-handed.
Well, that's
only.
not its problem, that's your problem.
No.
I have this, wow. This is the Alessi former grater. The former cheese grater from Alessi has an organic shape inspired by the pebbles smoothed down by water and wind. Made from stainless steel and a melamine base, the dynamic shape is moulded to the shape of your palm, making it easy and pleasant to hold, a sleek, practical and unique piece of your kitchen.
And the other thing is, you mentioned that like a pebble that's been worn down over time by water, but that includes the grating bit. It's not sharp. I'm going against it. It's literally not sharp.
I'm surprised.
It's worn down over time.
I'm surprised by how light this is. It looks like it should, you know, when something's heavy, it feels good quality.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
This goes here. That goes there.
And you can put it on the table.
That is how it's displayed
on the table.
On the table, yeah.
So it's a set dressing piece.
It says it transforms grating into an elegant, almost ceremonial action for entertaining.
No, it's going to go inside of us, isn't it?
Some of it. I'm just demonstrating how little is actually going inside.
So it is a form of box grater in that as you're grating it should fall inside and allow you to sprinkle it out of the bottom.
So what would you reckon? 80% in, 20% out?
You shook it all about.
In, out, in, out.
I've got a dish for you to do a bit of grating on. You already have grated, but we thought we'd go for an elegant dish, plated beautifully by Kush to match the elegant design of the grater.
I mean, fabulous.
My favourite thing is when he's embarrassed to present it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not embarrassed. I'm looking forward to the reaction because I think I know what's coming.
Trying to do the important work so you guys don't have to. It does kind of grate, but it's not great. It looks okay. I imagine it's annoyingly expensive.
Well, the designer, Zaha Hadid...
Say that again?
Sorry, I elongated Zaha. Known for using curved, organic lines, neo-futurist designs and breaking traditional geometry.
It is a beautifully plated dish.
And now I've put cheese over it.
Yeah. What is it?
A spiced chickpea and tomato puree, quenelled, a selection of other vegetables. I do like the look of the grater. The logic behind the design makes a lot of sense that the stones have been worn down over years by water and the air. And I can see the link between that and the grating process.
If you're going to put this on the table for people to grate their own cheese,
Yeah.
I think having something that looks good as well as works well is a nice thing to have. We have, you know, nice salt and pepper mills and that exactly
One of those.
that kind of thing.
If the giant pepper grinder had just been invented, we'd all go, that's bonkers.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been around forever. It's kind of a part of the theatre. This is another bit of theatre.
My issue with all of these slightly more pretentious kitchen gadgets is I think they look fine, great, wonderful, if that's your thing, but they're just so impractical. You mentioned the finger marks, the use of it, the trying to clean it now and trying to get in. The good thing about a box grate is you can get inside. Trying to get in there with a cloth is always going to be difficult. I think, in principle, it should probably be on a plinth, not in your kitchen.
I think we all know how you feel about this, so should we talk about price? How much did we pay? Nope, you cannot eat that. You'll find out on the next gadget.
It's going to be something ridiculous, like, what's a half decent box grater? 12 quid. I reckon it's going to be 2.5 times that. 30.
I had £35 in my head. Oh no.
Have you been spending our YouTube money again?
Double it, Jay.
£70?
Yes.
For something that doesn't really, well, it 80% works.
We're entering new territory with pretentious kitchen gadgets. The pretentious bit is adding an element to the price tag that we would never usually consider. It's art. It's for a designer home.
Yeah.
And maybe you two don't live in designer homes, so...
If I bring it back to where pretentious ingredients starts when we talk about food, there is a certain element of exclusivity. I don't know if there's only 48 of these ever made. Sure, I understand why it has a price point. It's a collector's item. For an award-winning designer, an architect, it's a collector's piece of art. Don't put it anywhere near your kitchen.
It's funny how with the word pretentious, we spent years trying to work out what it meant when it came to food. Within the word of kitchen gadgets, we've pretty much hit the money straight away, haven't we, really?
It's pretty much get rid of any functionality or practicality, and just as long as it looks good on a sideboard from a distance, under a little spotlight, and the plaque tells you who made it, why they made it, and what it was inspired by, the washing of water over pebbles, like the grating away of cheese from a block, sure, it's poetry. It's not pretentious.
Oh.
Bull. That is pretentious as it gets.
Okay, right.
That is form over function and price over function. Pretentious.
Well, we're off to a good start. Ready for another?
Sure.
Lift the cloche.
What we got? Oh, something to eat our salad with.
Ooh. Diesel?
Diesel.
They make jeans.
And
just
wonky
jeans.
spoons.
And perfumes and, aftershaves and sunglasses.
Straight off, a bit like the poetry of the last, I think I know the copy here. This is, every plate of food is unique. So our handcrafted, wobbly cutlery allows you to taste it how you prefer.
Don't take the straight road, take the road less driven.
I think there's a bigger conversation to have here, because I think in the 15 years we've been doing sorted food, we've not spoken about cutlery.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, in the 15 years, we haven't spoken about the thing we use every time when we eat, and why it exists, and in what form it should come in. Every household in this country have a cutlery set. And there's a consideration when buying it going, how much money should I spend on this? What am I looking for? There's actually one that I think everyone goes for. I'll just get the cheapest and the best looking one possible. And we all make a few mistakes on what works and what doesn't. This is a new territory.
I think ergonomics is important. However, these really mess up. There's nothing ergonomic about. They're really uncomfortable to hold. Whether I'm eating out of a bowl this way, or a dessert this, or I'm left-handed or right-handed, or.
Oh, I like the little nook. I like the little
terrible.
nook.
Well, that's quite nice, actually. You hold it like that. I mean, whoever holds a spoon like that, that's got a good balance to it.
Get a little nook.
This is a cutlery set with personality, and it's taken from the Diesel Living and Soletti's classic on acid series. The result is a tableware piece that is equal parts playful and surreal. There's another piece here, which we're not looking at, but gives you the idea of another classic, melted. Another classic on acid.
So it's like the Dali version of plates and cutlery.
And the cutlery is a distinctive, distorted Baroque aesthetic, which has been warped into a surreal feel.
Charles Spence, off of Oxford University, did a whole bunch of experimental psychology studies around the importance of the senses on food and how we interpret it. And the weight of cutlery does make a huge difference into how you enjoy certain foods. Fact, he's proven it.
But the design hasn't been done to make a better eating experience. No. The design has been done to, again, fit a brief, classics on acid. Yep. It's that Salvador Dali kind of everything's drooping, and it's about the design, it's not about the functionality.
Is it a 16-piece set? Do you get the 4 items times 4, or is that the 1?
That is it.
That is it. So it's for a loner.
If that's what you call yourself, then yes.
For somebody who is alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think but for context, I don't think I've ever seen cutlery sets sold single serve. They are always in 16s.
Or 4.
Yeah, children's ones.
Yeah.
Which have got, frozen on them.
Or it's 12 if you're just doing those 3 times 4. But sets of 4 or sets of 6. An individual set means you're not using it for dinner parties or families.
Right.
You are only putting it on the sideboard with a few soft fruits as a table decoration. You're not doing
it's on
it to
a
use.
sideboard or a mantelpiece or something like that sits in a designer home.
It's in the sugar bowl.
Yeah.
Well, tell you what, we've got ourselves a dish.
Oh, now we can eat it.
Now's the time you can actually enjoy the dish you grated over earlier and see how these cutlery perform.
Trying to find the balance point of that one.
You need
it's
the little
really
nook.
difficult. It's kind of.
You need the little nook again.
It's really, that's not bad actually, the heavier one. But the teaspoon's really weird to try and find any kind of balance point for control.
I feel like in my adult life, we have bought quite a few varieties of cutlery sets that have come and gone. The only one I still own to this day are the ones that were passed down to me from my nan. The silverware that has stood the test of time and are really, really good.
I've got very little to add that I didn't add in the last one. I feel like they are form over function. Surreal. I wish they weren't real. And I think, again, if you want to hang them, present them, sure, but they're not even going to tessellate in a cutlery drawer.
That's a really good point. They'd have to be stored carefully because you wouldn't want to scratch them. You're not going to be putting them in the dishwasher.
I think they're pretty sturdy.
You'd want to be taking good care of them.
How much do you think we spent on the 4-piece cutlery diesel and Saletti set?
£40, because that's £10 each.
You can pay good money for good cutlery. I don't think this is what I would consider to be ergonomic good cutlery, but I understand what it's trying to do. Again, you need the plaque, you need the copy, and you need to buy into what you're buying into. 60 quid.
But you're getting the idea, it's £72. Oh, it's giving you the itch.
Oh.
I should address that I've spent an awful lot of money on very nice wine glasses before, because it's something that I personally care about. And then I have to look after them and I have to protect them.
And that had a kink in it, didn't it?
And that was kinky. And I think you have to do the same sort of thing. You have to decide whether it's something you want to treasure and look after for life as a collector's item, or it's something you want to eat your cereal with. Eating your cereal with that in the morning is going to be really annoying.
I think they belong in a museum. Put that next to Tracy Emin's bed, like in the Tate Modern, and
spooning in bed, there you go, there's your plaque.
Perfect. And then you talk up the story and what it's trying to do, and I think it makes perfect sense.
Okay, so the question, is it pretentious?
I slightly regret saying poetry, not pretentious in the last one, but this one definitely is pretentious.
It's obviously pretentious. Absolutely.
I think we might be on for a full house here today.
Should we look at the third?
Yes, let's do it.
We'll have a look.
Ready for the next? Boom!
Oh.
Ooh. Oh.
I think we got them, guys. I think we got them.
It's giving me pestle and mortar vibes.
It feels like it could be a beautiful thing to grind spices or rice or something, and it feels like it is giving almost Japanese vibes. Have a play.
It is very satisfying.
Weighty.
It's heavy, it's weighty. What are you putting in there that you're then dropping once or shaking?
I'll tell you what it's called, I won't give it away. It's the Hebsalt Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. But what are you booming?
What fits in there that you can boom? I mean, you're right with pestle and mortar. It's giving whole spice maybe.
Yeah.
What else are you crushing?
I'll put you at imagery. It's the Hebsalt Boom Nutcracker. Hebsalt Boom Nutcracker is a fun, unusual way to crack into your favourite nuts. Simply drop the 10-ounce cast iron weight onto your walnut or hazelnut shells to crack them open.
I like the idea of a 10-ounce weight. I'm not sure whether, once that's in there, whether that's enough for gravity to max out.
It's not going to get to free fall, is it?
So each cast iron is made out of its own unique sand mould. So no two are the same.
Boom.
It says you can do that, and if it doesn't work that way, you can then also shake it.
Shake it.
Right, I think the shake's
Depends on
going
the
to be...
nut.
Now, it does depend on the nut, because getting into a Brazil nut or an almond, quite a challenge. The beauty of a walnut is you don't need a nutcracker. After going through countless nutcrackers, we actually realised you just need another nut. Like, crack one against the other and you're in.
It's done it.
And I think that's how squirrels do it, I imagine.
Do they not have one of these?
Same size hand, but yeah.
I've done it by my hand.
The boom didn't really boom very much.
No.
Yeah.
That's rubbish. Oh no, it did work. I do like it, and yet it's rubbish.
Well, it claims it's a less messy way of cracking into nuts as well.
I'm really sorry to say it, but it feels a bit more like a novelty nutcracker.
Do you mean like something you'd put on a plinth with a plaque?
Yeah.
Not very functional?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing a theme here.
Yeah.
The Hepsol company is a Swedish company, and they make lots of beautiful items like this. So it's very much a design-led item in the kitchen.
I mean, I like the fact that it looks the part in a bowl of nuts. And I think certainly in the UK, a bowl of nuts is something that's quite symbolic of Christmas. I mean, as we learned not too long ago, walnuts are fresh ingredients. So if they're too dry at the wrong time of year, they're not easy to get into anyway. But I mean, that's given you two perfect halves of walnut. So it does work. I agree with Jay, it's not the most practical ergonomic, but I think it's kind of beautiful. It's very Swedish.
Okay then, so how much do we pay for the nutcracker?
£20.
You know how this format goes.
I do know how this format goes.
And you're being silly.
£20.
Well, it's not going to be £20, is it?
£35.
You know how these episodes
It can't
go.
be more than £72.
Well, it is at £79.
Whoa! Wow. I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, and my last 3 attempts at nut crackage were good, but it's not £79 worth.
Well, that's not the question. Is it pretentious or not?
At £20, it's not pretentious. At £20, that is novelty, it's fun, and it's a new experience when it comes to cracking nuts. At £79, it's pretentious AF.
You're only getting it so somebody says, oh, you've got it. And that's only presuming that other people know that it's worth £79.
Yeah.
Right, should we get out number 4? And you are not going to believe this one.
Is it upside down or is the cloche upside down?
I think that is a first. I don't think we've ever had a cloche upside down.
Please remove the cloche.
Oh!
Can you work out what it is?
Is it an ice cream stand?
No.
Like an ice cream holder. You know, like the Turkish ice creams where they keep taking it away from you, but then they put them.
That would be actually a really good idea, Jay.
That would be good. I have a funny feeling, Baz, that I have seen this before.
Where?
And I thought, that's ridiculous, but I kind of like the concept of what it's trying to solve.
Jay, do you have a clue?
Much like the citrus press that we did with James a few weeks back, this is something for your worktop that gets the wow when people walk into your kitchen.
JB, you have one of these in your home.
Yeah, I've got one.
I've got one.
What?
I think most people have one of these in their home.
Obviously, it's a fruit bowl, Jamie. What?
Yes.
That was my first reaction, and I thought, actually...
So you could place an apple on top of it.
And an orange, maybe a pear and a plum.
You could put banana through it.
Yes, this is the exploded fruit bowl. It explodes colour, form, smell and texture outwards. This celebration of colour isn't just aesthetically appealing, it stops pieces of fruit from being piled on top of each other as they would be in a conventional fruit bowl.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it.
That's what I kind of thought when I saw it, because to be honest, I had not read the marketing spiel, but in my mind, it was like, you always get that slightly furry lemon or apple at the bottom, or an orange at the bottom of the bowl
bit
you
more
forget
bruised.
about.
Yeah.
This means you've always got eyes on every bit of fruit, and you can pick and choose first in, first out.
That's the kind of design that I can get on board with, because it doesn't feel like form over function.
No, but it gets the wow when people come and go, what's that, Jamie? It's my exploding fruit bowl.
Can I fill your bowl?
Love that. Yes, please.
Straight off the bat, Jay, if your kids help arrange the fruit bowl like this, are they more likely to show an interest in it throughout the week?
Possibly, because they'll eat a strawberry and then replace it.
With something from the fridge?
Yeah.
And it's first in, first out. I kind of like it. I don't quite understand the onion, but I suppose I wouldn't necessarily, you know, sometimes I keep them out on the work surface, that's fine.
I'm going to replace the walnut.
And there you have it, an exploded fruit bowl.
It's not impractical.
Unlike all the others that we've seen today, which have been design over function.
Yeah.
This is design, it's supposed to grab your attention, it's supposed to be a talking point, but I think it actually works. If your kids are helping you stack the exploding fruit bowl at the start of the week with the shopping, they're more likely to have an interest in it and maybe eat more fruit throughout the week.
We've stuck a few onions on top of it because that's what was in the photo, which feels odd to me.
But they're not with the fruit.
No.
You wouldn't put an onion in a fruit bowl because your onion's going to be on top of your apple, and then you're going to eat your apple and go, oh, that tastes a bit like an onion.
Yeah.
They're separated.
I didn't expect you guys to be this positive about
Eggs!
Eggs!
You could put eggs on it!
You could put eggs on it. Yes, you really could.
Not quail's eggs.
A quote from the designer and inventor, Paul Coxedge. It's about an explosion of colour. Many fruit bowls are about the bowl and not the fruit. Here, I wanted to invert that. And there's a functional benefit. By not stacking the fruit on top of each other, it keeps them fresh.
Paul, I've got a suggestion for you. Hang it. A hanging exploded fruit bowl. How cool would that look? Hang it from the ceiling.
I like the fact that it is kind of one size fits all. I mean, the strawberries we thought were a bit silly, but actually even the walnuts from the last gadget would fit, as would a dangling banana or a huge, great big pomegranate.
You know what Barry said about the first 3 gadgets? That they were going up in price.
Yeah, whether it should be more than £79 is another argument.
It was hand welded by Paul Coxedge himself in his London studio. He's known for his unorthodox approach to materials and works in the span of public art, sculpture and architectural installations.
£100.
Is a lot for that. I would go 85. And genuinely, I think 85, I might even consider it as a really stupid gift for a special occasion.
£465.
Paul, that's a lot.
£465.
Barry, it's the first one that I've liked in this whole video.
I genuinely thought if it was a 2-figure sum, I thought that was a brilliant, brilliant thing.
At that price, you're not expecting to sell lots of these. But what I do think it's doing is it is inspiring the market in terms of to rethink the fruit bowl.
Yeah, it's brand new, and actually, again, the type of person that's likely to buy this would buy it at £100, they'd buy it at £465, they'd buy it at £1,000. Like, I think the type of person that's going to buy this isn't concerned about price.
Yeah.
I can picture the house that this sits in. I can picture that kitchen, and it is a big kitchen in a beautiful design-led house.
And the fruit changes through the seasons, and everyone's excited to see what's balancing on the exploded fruit bowl today. I like it a lot. It's expensive, but back to what we said, it's art, it's reimagining. There's probably not that many of them made, and you can probably charge what you want as long as the plaque in the front says something fun.
This comes with a certificate from and signed. The date on the back.
Okay, great.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
I still quite like it.
But the question is it pretentious or not?
It can't be not pretentious just because I like it. It's pretentious. It is pretentious.
It has to be pretentious.
It has to be
4 out
pretentious.
of 4. Thank you very much, Baz.
It has to be pretentious, but I absolutely love it. And if everyone watching this video can send this video to 3 more people, then we can get enough revenue that I might be able to buy one.
Yeah. If you want to check out more of Paul's stuff, the link is in the description. But yeah, 4 for 4. Very pretentious. And I'm loving these. If you're loving them, make sure you like these videos. And also, any more potentially pretentious kitchen gadgets, let us know downstairs.